Hey everyone, welcome back to Form Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out the debut of a brand new girl group. This is Shutdown by Classy. Now, I don't know anything about this girl group going into it, but maybe after, if I do like this debut, I may do like just some basic research, what label they're with, what they're about. Now, before we actually get into the video though, if you enjoy our channel and you'd like to support us, please consider visiting our Patreon. Over on our Patreon, we have bonus reaction content, plus you'd be supporting the channel. Now, if you don't know, we actually don't make money doing these YouTube reaction videos, so the best way to support us is actually our Patreon. So over on our Patreon, we do listening parties. We check out both idol variety content and non-idol variety content. We check out K-dramas, animes, and we also check out survival shows. Right now, we're checking out Queendom 2 and Produce 48. So if you want to check that out all with us, go to our Patreon over at patreon.com/formatherapy. Of course, you do not have to support us monetarily if you don't want to, or you can't. Just simply like the video and please subscribe. We would really appreciate it. All right, let's get into the video. This is Shutdown by Classy, and this is your form of therapy. Whoa, just for the logo, huh? Very serious and intense intro. Oh. Are there no... Yeah, there are. Ooh. Oh, I love these drums. Ooh. Shut it down. Oh, it's gonna be 내 안에 이모션들로 이 어둠을 채워. 마음껏 펼쳐봐. Stand up, hands up, 흐르는 네 느낌은 cool. Ooh, just like smooth transition into the chorus. Ooh, very loud, very powerful. Huh. Ooh, that transition into the chorus is incredibly smooth, guys. Wow. Oh, this girl with the purple hair is interesting. Wow. Ooh, I love that. Love the series of cuts on the drums pounding. Oh, yes. Oh. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wowie. That was a spectacular debut. That was pretty powerful. It had a lot of spunk. It had a lot of energy. Very colorful, very poppy, extremely confident, and seasoned. They feel seasoned. They definitely do feel like rookies, but what I mean by seasoned is more like they seem experienced, like they've been doing this for a while. That's interesting. Wow. Hold on. I want to see what label they're from. They've got intense. They've got intense just camera charisma. It's so powerful. I got to see what label they're from. Hold on. All right. So this is interesting. They're actually from an NBC survival show. Group is managed by M25. I'm unfamiliar with them. Already have Japanese promotions lined up. Universal Music Japan. But they're from the survival show My Teenage Girl. I haven't seen My Teenage Girl, but I know My Teenage Girl. Was that the show that had like Soyeon as a judge? I remember like that was like circling around. I saw like clips here and there circling around on YouTube. But okay, so they're a survival show group. That might be why they seem to be so comfortable in front of the camera. They already seem they definitely seem like rookies, but they seem like they've been at least at this for a year. They definitely feel really sharp, really clean. And I think all of the members here are memorable. Not everyone has an equal amount of screen time, but with the screen time that they have, I think every member did catch my attention or make me go, who is she? Or I want to get to know more about her. I think at the end, there's like a full group shot. If we take a look real quick, their faces are really tiny. I don't know if there's a full group shot where their faces aren't really tiny. Maybe sort of like a performance shot. Yeah. Yeah, all of them stood out. All of them at least had one or two moments where they just really captured my attention and made me want to go, I want to get to know more about these girls. And the song is amazing too. That chorus, the transition into that chorus is awesome. The trend nowadays, I tend to be attracted way more to pre-choruses than to choruses. It tends to be that the pre-chorus, they put a lot of production or like emotion into the pre-chorus part, and then the chorus is like an anti-drop, or it's not as satisfying, but that's kind of like the point. And in large part, it's been working throughout a lot of K-pop songs, but it's nice to also have a song that just feels so full and complete because the pre-chorus is really well built up. I really like that pre-chorus, but I really like the chorus as well, and it's a great big two-part chorus. It slides into that chorus really well. How does it go? Ooh, 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 like it immediately just transitions into it, and then it goes na 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 na. There, it doesn't have that typical stop in a K-pop song waiting for the drop. The song feels very unrelenting, and I like the music video too. There's a lot of different visual inspirations that I see. They're doing a lot in this music video, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's pretty cohesive. I do think maybe they do a little bit tad too much. I think there's specifically towards the second chorus or bridge section, they're wearing like these fanciful outfits where, mind you, kind of like the point of this music video is like sort of the culture clash is the point. They're wearing like schoolgirl outfits while dancing in an apocalyptic war zone. That's kind of the point, but the fanciful outfits do feel a little out of character, but we'll watch it again to see for sure, because I really, really liked this song and this music video. It's a rather intense opening just for the opening. Just for the logo. So the presentation is like really good. One person that definitely caught my interest is this girl, the first girl to sing. She has a lot of lines. She has a lot of line distribution, good screen time. I'm gonna assume she is like the main or lead vocal or something like that, because I also like her as a singer too. She's very, very good. I like her a lot. I don't know any of their names, by the way, so I'm gonna be using the word her in physical descriptors a lot. Her too. Well, there's not a single person here that didn't catch my attention, mind you. I love this girl's voice. That girl caught my attention. It's everyone. Now this girl, I love the blonde-haired girl with the short hair. Great husky voice. I assume she has like the rapper slash dancer position, because her dancing here and her dancing towards like the end of the music video, her pops, the way she hits it with a little extra force and intensity that you only see in certain type of dancers, you know, the Pejinyoungs, the Kihyuns, the Pekols, that when they sing or dance, they put a little extra oomph into it. I feel like she's got that extra sauce. This is just the debut song, so we'll have to see. But I'm really already looking forward to just more comebacks from them, because, you know, just dancing wise, they were really, really impressive too. But this girl definitely caught my attention, the blonde haired girl. Purple haired girl also caught my attention. Interesting. That's really, I like listening to this transition right here. So how most K-pop songs, how they would build that pre-chorus, right here they go, oh no, hold on, a little bit further. You can hear the riser in the background going, and they're going na 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 na. So then the riser stops and goes, and then it stops, and usually that's where also the singing would stop, and then boom, that's when the drop would come. That's when you would expect the drop would come. But then she keeps singing, the instrumental stops, and it's really just, yeah, it's just her voice, the acapella carrying over, and so it's making the transition, instead of feeling like just a drop, like she's kind of guiding you and easing you into the transition, so it feels more like you're barreling towards the transition, especially when these drums come in. She's great. She has an interesting voice too. Oh, let's listen to that transition right there. Hold on. Wow. Hold on. Oh, they just go right into it, I guess. They go, class is over, shut down. Like, wow, that's really quick. She kind of reminds me of her rapping style right there. Reminds me of Moonsua. I want to see more from that girl too. She can rap and sing. That's so cute right there. Just dressing up like a zombie. But yeah, this pre-chorus is great, but it's, mind you, this pre-chorus is really, really good, but it's completely overshadowed by how great this chorus is. I love that part right there in the top line. The ba na 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 na, very great disruption to the chorus. I love that. I love that part. this is the scene where I'm talking about. It's like, okay, I do feel like this one's a little out of place. Love the edits right there too. Right, the editing on the drum while they're all jumping in the air. That's something that I really like about this group. They have energy. Like they have energy, limitless energy to expend, and that energy is infectious. But even just like the series of like those jumping shots really like I think adds to the group's of identity. They feel like these girls that are kind of, they're not just like debuting into the industry. It feels like they're just like running headfirst in, but also like it's not completely like reckless and irresponsible. They're running headfirst, but they're also incredibly skilled, talented, sharp, powerful, great singers. This bridge is frigging awesome. Oh, Dicer Choice. Wow. I'm gonna transition into the bridge. They really don't let this song breathe, but I like it. Ooh, I love that part right there. Ooh. Oh, this part right here. Oh! Just a series of, I mean, were they even crazy cuts or? Why is this part so awesome? Why is this part so, hold on, I need to know. Okay, I think it's like, so I love this part, but I think it's because it's like a perfect storm of two things coming together. I think it's the choreography is really friggin' dope. Like there's a lot of snappy movements, so they're very like visually very impactful, right? A lot of whips and stuff like that. But what they're also doing, by the way, I just realized these are I assume supposed to be speakers. What they're doing with the camera is well, not the camera, it's probably most likely a post-production effect that they're adding, like a wiggle effect, but they're shaking the screen, and it makes it seem like whenever these girls do moves like this or when they're whipping, it seems like they're dancing so hard it's shaking the music video apart. So they add like slight wiggle transitions into their dancing parts right here, and it makes it feel like it's making the earthquake. It really starts from here. They start the shaking on her gunshots right here. It carries over into here, the da, 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 da. Yeah, the video is just like alive. Now you've got like the strobing effect right here. Handheld camera work. Whoever produced this video did a really excellent job with that outro. Usually, oftentimes, when a music video is barreling towards the outro, they'll just like, oh, we'll make it seem grand with like effects. Like we recently saw the Les Seraphim video. What they would do, like for the final act of that music video, they had all the sparklers go off in the background. Like, boom, it's like, like an on-set visual cue that like, things are going crazy. What they did here was they actually did it all in post-production, but they stitched it together so well. Like, but they had to, like, I don't know, like, a good mix of it had to be handheld because there was definitely like some shaky camera work in there, but like it was definitely intentional. And some of it is like post-production wiggle thrown in, but they combined it all together so that from that moment when the girl with the purple hair shoots off her gunshots, that's when the screen starts shaking, but then it never stops unshaking. There's a few moments where like the camera doesn't shake too violently here and there, just so that it's not too busy, but the vibe is perfect. Once it gets going, it feels like kind of like, I don't know if anyone's experienced this before, but have you ever been to a concert or a show and the speakers, especially the front stage speakers, are so loud, the bass is booming so hard, you can actually see the vibrations, you know? Kind of like, here's a good example. When you're driving and the bass is really loud and you look at your mirror and it's like blurry, because every time the bass goes off, your mirror is shaking, right? They essentially replicated that effect visually throughout the ending sequence of this music video. That is really cool. But overall, this entire music video is really cool. It's treated really well. It's shot really well. You know, they're not necessarily breaking the mold here conceptually in any regard. You know, like, oh, schoolgirls against the dark setting, you know, that's very popular. We're seeing that kind of dystopian thing quite a lot, you know, in particular, the interior school scenes with like the zombies and stuff. Reminds me of like old Twice as Uahage, but it's more like the opposite of that, where Twice as Uahage, it was more like schoolgirls, and it was like, imagine if you like threw schoolgirls into a zombie film, and so it was like color graded to look a little bit more like bleaker, a lot of greens and that. This is a lot more colorful, a lot more poppy, and it's more like if you threw zombies into like a bright, colorful girl group film, you know? So it's more so the opposite effect. And I think it's really, really dope. I think they did an amazing job. I think these girls did an amazing job. It's really, really solid. I would give it just a solid 10 out of 10. The song is great. It's got great energy. I think the buildup is really excellent. I think the direction of the song is excellent. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. The time code here says 3:45. Clearly, that's not an accurate indication of how long this song is. Let me just see. Song's about -20. It's about 3:10. But still, that's a great runtime for a song. But it was a very good, full, satisfying song too. That's what I also really, really appreciate. So I'm going to give it a solid 10 out of 10 debut. But guys, I would like to know, what are your thoughts? What did you guys think about Shut Down? Do you think they shut it down, or are there some things that you thought you were personally disappointed by? Now, mind you, I did not watch this show, so I don't have necessarily the insight and foresight going into it for any expectations from certain girls, but every single one of them caught my attention. You know, I think the girl with the long brown hair is probably the only one where I'm like, this girl didn't get much screen time or many lines, but at the same time, when she was on screen, she did such an interesting job that I want to know more about her. And the two rappers seem to have both lower tones too, so I want to know more about them in general. But I also want to see a live stage for this. This has so much energy and so much gusto. I want to see how it translates to the live stage. But I want to know what you guys thought about their debut. Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, that's going to be it for my reaction and review to Classy's Shut Down. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this and you'd like to support the channel, please go ahead and visit our Patreon. If you go to our Patreon at patreon.com/formatherapy, we have bonus content on there. We check out variety content, listening parties, K-drama, survival shows, etc., etc. So yeah, we'd love to see you there. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to. Just simply like the video down below or subscribe. Actually, our subscribe button is going to be up here to make it easier for you guys. And make sure to watch our other videos over here. And guys, thank you for the warm welcomes. It's good to be back. We will see you in another video. Bye.